Hi, wondering what is on the screen? So this might look like eyes for you, right? So you can say this is an eye. Actually, this is an ultrasonic sensor which is named as HC-SR04. So this is the model name, but this chip name is ultrasonic sensor. What it does, it measures the distance and it tells how far an object is. It is like a bat finding walls in the dark. So let's start with the pins here. These pins, first let's turn this part. So when we turn, it looks something like this. So here are many components which we'll be learning now. So let's start with these four pins here. This is like the legs on the side, right? So in this pin, first we can see in the right hand side, there is a VCC pin. What does this do? This VCC pin will be giving 5-volt power to the board. It is, like you are giving a power from Arduino to this for working it. Then we have GND here in the left corner. So this GND means the ground like returning path for the electricity. When the electricity is entering from VCC, it has to exit, right? If not, this will not work smoothly. So that is why we will be using GND. So it works like a returning path for the electricity. And next we have TRIG. So what is TRIG? TRIG means the short form of trigger. So trigger, you tell the sensor, hey, send a sound. So this is like you are telling the sensor to send a sound for the buzzer or the any other device which you are using for the sound. Next we have echo. Echo is nothing but the ears of the sensor. It is like the sensor replies the sound came from back after this much time. For example, you said hey, so your words going towards the wall and coming back to you. In this period of time, how much time it take? The sound came back after this much time. You'll so say that, right? So this is how this echo works for the sensor. So how it measures distance? Like trigger, this trigger here, it tells the sensor to send a tiny sound, that is ultrasonic sound, that is named as ultrasonic sound. Then the sound hits object. After that it comes back, and echo pin here, it tells how long it took to sound to come back. And the computer calculates the distance. So what is computer? Computer means the Arduino or the anything we have, it will calculate the distance, and it will tell how far the sensor is. So after the legs, let's start with these three black colored box here named U1, U2 and U3. What are these? These are tiny brains of the ultrasonic sensor. They control the sound, measure the time, and send correct signals. So this is what these three black color box works. So you can say this. These are the brains for ultrasonic sensor. So next, moving forward to tiny boxes here, like R1, R2, R13, R4, etc. So what are these? These are resistors. So what are resistors? They control the electricity flow and protect the circuit. It is like a speed breaker. You're moving in too fast in a car or a bike. When there is an turning, or there is something where we have to slow down, there will be inserting one speed breaker, right? So this is how these resistors will be working. It is like controlling the electric flow in the circuit, in the sensor. Next we have flat boxes named C1, C2. You can see here C2 and C6 here, C4 here. So what does these boxes do? These are the capacitors. C means capacitor, R means resistor. So capacitor, what are they? They are they store the tiny electricity to keep the power smooth, no shaking. Like you are balancing you and your friend on a seesaw. This is how it works. So it will be storing a small amount of electricity which we will use when the power supply fluctuates or anything like that. And overall these capacitors will keep the electricity flow very smooth. So after that, the blue color board here overall in the background. So what is this? This is the PCB. What does PCB mean? Printed circuit board. So this is the board. It's known as PCB, which is in full form it is pronounced as printed circuit board. It is like a road that connects all part together. So you can see the brains and the capacitors and the resistors, everything is, and the legs, the main thing, everything is connected to this blue color board. So this is known as circuit board, which is printed. And next we have holes in the corner. So these 1, 2, 3 and 4. What are these holes for? When you are inserting this when you're inserting this sensor to any object or any project you're doing, so then we'll be using screws to fix it tightly so that this will not shake or come out. So this is what it works. So where is it used? So this is used in robots and in automatic doors, in obstacle avoiding car, and in distance measuring projects. And this is how these works. This is how the sensor works. And now we learned what our brains, what are these four legs are, and how does resistors works, and how capacitors works, and overall how the ultrasonic sensor works. So that's it for today. See you in the next video, future robot builders.